guest today is an Emirati surgeon who specializes in gynecology, plastic and reconstructive surgery. She's also the first Emirati to be a senior member of the European Society of Aesthetic Gynaecology. Her contribution towards social sector and workforce has earned her as the title of the Most Inspirational Woman of the Year for 2016. Please welcome Sheikha Dr. Alia Al Qassimi, our guest today on our show, Women of Substance, organized by Khaleej Times and led by Charitable. Hello, Dr. Alia Qassimi. Welcome to the show. I wanted to understand this. What is it that sort of made you want to choose medicines as a career option?
I always knew I wanted to be a doctor ever since a very young age. I was a severely asthmatic child in my younger age, and which required several and frequent admissions to the hospital. It was the time, I must say, that actually brought both my divorced parents together, which made me happy to see them there. They're both there, concerned about me, and it also I loved the impact that the doctor had by reassuring them and by taking care of me. And since that very young age, I knew I wanted to be a doctor and have that impact on the people that I come across throughout my life.
So then what made you decide your specialism in gynecology, plastic and reconstructive surgery?
Actually, that's a very long story. I knew I wanted to be a doctor, and I was very much interested in being a pediatrician because I just love children. But with time and during my internship rotation, actually, that is where I found myself in obstetrics and gynecology. It's actually a field that you either love or leave. And what I loved about this specialty is that you're dealing with the woman and the extended family. And that is where I thought my presence would really have the impact that I was looking forward to since my young age. And by looking into that, and I have a very analytic mind really, it really all comes down to the relationship between the husband and wife. No matter what is rippled and profiled, it really is about the relationship between the husband and wife. May it be communication, may it be the changes that a woman may go through by being a mother and having recurrent children. There are physiological changes that a woman may go through. And that is, when you get that light bulb moment, that is where I'm like, okay, I don't want to be just another gynecologist. With this information that I was privileged to have, how can I make a difference? And I started researching, and there is where I got the exposure and I got to know about aesthetic gynecology. And by researching more into it, I'm like, okay, curiosity stirred. So from this field, I realized that I can actually empower women to regain their confidence, spread the awareness, which as an individual and as a professional is part of my responsibility, and hence fulfill the happiness within families, starting from the core, which is the woman.
Cetaphil, the brand well known for its gentleness, has developed the new Cetaphil Ultra Gentle Body Wash range for you. It gently cleanses without stripping skin of its natural moisture, leaving skin feeling comfortably nourished all day long. Enjoy a great body wash experience so you can look and feel healthier. Now available in fragrance-free and refreshing scent. Cetaphil, complete your health routine.
How do you think have you sort of contributed to the healthcare industry here in the country?
Women Leadership Exchange Program has actually opened doors for us to give exposure to the United Arab Emirates, especially in the Scandinavian countries. And I have proudly represented the Emirati women in the healthcare sector. That has played a big role in us being elected on the NGO Women for Sustainable Growth organization. And it gives me pride. Of course, this is a milestone in my career that I am very proud of. In addition, I am the first Emirati aesthetic gynecologist given senior membership in the European.
I wanted to touch on that. Yes, that is a huge accomplishment in itself. You know, being a senior member of the European Society of Aesthetic Gynaecology. The name in itself is so long. So yes, I wanted you to, you know, shed some light on that.
Yes, by getting this training by Dr. Alexander Batter, who is known to be in the field of aesthetic gynecology for so many years. I have been trained by him to master the skills of aesthetic gynecology, both invasive and non-invasive. In addition, recently I've also been the honorary president for the first cosmetic gynecology conference that took place in UAE, Dubai. And this itself puts Dubai on the world map for the International Cosmetic Gynecology Conference.
Great. So, you know, at this point, I'm really curious to know that, you know, that you're a mother of 5. How do you really, you know, balance the whole work and your personal life? And
2 main points. Right. The life-work balance is a continuous challenge.
Right.
It has nothing to do with having children or whatever. As a woman, as a female, this is a challenge you will always face.
Always face, absolutely.
Alhamdulillah, yes, I'm very proud of Rashid, Hamid, Hamda, Aisha and Muhammad to be in my life. I am blessed with them.
Yes.
The feeling of guilt with this challenge is continuous, but I'll tell you a little secret. Keep them involved. Let them know what you're doing.
Right.
The more they know, the more they are proud of you.
And they respect and they understand.
The more they give you strength to stand tall with your head, you know, to the sky and go forward with pride.
We also want to know your inclination because, you know, I read about you being inclined towards social and charitable deeds. So tell us more about that.
Actually, the social involvement started very early in my life. It started with the way I was raised in the first place. And as I grew, seeing role models, may it be my grandfather, my grandmother, my mother has played a big role in that. And as we grow, officially, I got involved in 1999. I was one of the founders of Friends for Cancer Patients at the time. And it focused mainly on cancer patients. After that, and being into the medical field, I have been elected around 2006 for the Obstetrics and Gynecology Society of Emirates Medical Association. Few years down the road, I have also been elected as the board in the Emirates Medical Association.
It's so difficult to keep a track of all of this, of your achievements.
Alhamdulillah. Add to that, a year ago, His Highness Sheikh Hamdan bin Mohammed bin Rashid has released a decree, and I'm on the board of directors for the Autism Center. And very recent and fresh news, I've just been elected again for the Obstetric Gynecology Society of the Emirates Medical Association.
That is brilliant. That is brilliant, Dr. Qassimi. You know, so what is it like for you as you know, as Dr. Alia Al Qassimi to feel this, you know, of all the achievements that you have sort of put in your bag now, you have it in your kitty now, which has been the most satisfying experience for you by far?
Satisfaction comes in doses, I must say. The latest of which was being awarded as a woman of substance in recognition of all these achievements. And how can I not be satisfied? It satisfies me, it satisfied all those who are around me.
You can drink and eat right things and exercise. But to feel completely healthy, you need healthy skin. Cetaphil strengthens and protects even the most sensitive skin, so you can look and feel healthier. Cetaphil, complete your health routine.
Any of your kids who want to sort of pursue medicine, I know they're really young, but do you see an inclination of any one of them towards medicines?
Well, the youngest is almost 7, so no, I think by 7 I already made up my mind that I want to be a doctor.
So she better just make up her mind.
Well, I've got the girls, my daughters, they're more interested in medicine. I think it's very challenging. And with the new specialities and the new fields that are coming up, innovation and all that, I'm not going to be somewhat directing them toward any specific specialty. Wherever they find their heart beating towards, I would definitely support them. Love what you do and do what you love, because wherever love is, that is where everything else grows.
Wow. You know, this really makes me want to ask you this, that do you believe in the philosophy of leaving a legacy behind? You know, are you of the thought process that, you know, there is, it's something that I'm carrying with me, and, you know, probably for my kids, it's going to be a huge responsibility to sort of live up to it. So, yes.
Some people have an issue with the word legacy. They take it in a very negative way, although I always say, be the legend you want to be remembered. Because what you do during your lifetime is what will people remember. And the impact you leave behind. People may forget what you did, what you said, your name, but they will never forget how you made them feel. And that itself is a legacy.
Dr. Qassimi, it has been a great experience having you here with us today. But before we wrap this, a closing thought from your side for all our male and female viewers.
My advice for every woman is to know where she stands. Be very aware of herself and her strengths. And I emphasize strengths because weaknesses you can work on, or you may choose to just focus on your strength. And it's very important to be aware of that. Love yourself.
Yes, that's the most important thing.
Start
always
by loving yourself, because when you love yourself, you will attract everything and everyone that would love you for loving yourself.
Right.
Our male colleagues,
yes,
you are a big support to every single female.
Yes.
Be there for her. She can walk alone, but if you support her, you will walk together a very long way.
Absolutely.
And the outcome is definitely magical.
Great. It has been such a delight to meet you today, Dr. Qassimi, and chatting with you. Thank you so much for being
Thank you
today
very
with us.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you.